Very good morning to all. I think you got a picture about my career journey, right? See, I always believe that I am the richest person in the world, not because of the zeros in my account, because on the base of happiness. Because always I keep happiness as my life goal. Every day I want to add zeros to that account. Today I'm here to add something more onto it. When I go back, I'm going out with a bouquet of happiness. See, when you take happiness as your goal, there is no shortcut because life is the integration of days. Every day you need to make yourself happy. When you add those everyday happiness, life as such will be a total happy life. But if you consider it as an asset, there are two types of asset. There is a fixed asset is there, and something you can lose immediately. So happiness, okay, tomorrow if there is a problem comes, your happiness suddenly will go away. But there is one more asset is there. That is the character. I don't know whether any of you have ever tried to correct your character because it is not there in the curriculum. We are all victims of wrong career design, including me. I directed my first drama at the age of 10. But I landed up in an engineering college as a ship designer. When I finished my academics, all my classmates, they went and joined various jobs. And because that course was one of the hotcakes those days. But I went to join film industry. But then I realized it is too late. I need to start everything from scratch. So I took another decision. It's a redesign of the career. I thought, okay, if I go to merchant navy, 6 months I can sail, 6 months I can come back and work in the film industry. So I tried for that one, but unfortunately my first journey went up in a huge fire. That ship got into the fire and I was the only one escaped from the engine room. So it was a second life. So the priorities change. Once you get a second life, you go in another route. So I postponed my dream. But ultimately, by 2006, I decided to come back to the world of movies, TVs, and other things. In 2007, I started the first TV channel, Marine Biz TV. Started learning how to make contents. 2008 onwards, I started designing my movie project. 2011, it got selected. I was enjoying like anything. Okay. 50% time I spent for my core profession and 50% for my movies. I set almost 100 specific targets, not 100, 99, because the movie was all about number 9. So I set 99 targets. One of the targets was making a movie. But there are another 98 targets like the movie should go to Oscar. It should be the first 2D, 3D converted movie in India. Everything what we used, the technology what we used was the best. Because I wanted to make a movie which is in par with the Hollywood. That's why the movie was distributed by Warner Brothers. Now the time is changed. Today the next generation is there. Most of you are not even aware about the movie. See, even after 100 years of Indian film history, when I sent my movie as the first movie from India to the mainstream Oscar, Indian film industry was not aware how to send a movie from India to the Oscar. But for us, we thought that it's an impossible thing. But I know in my life, I never consider anything as an impossible thing. If you have a dream, there is a way actually. You need to find out how to reach there. When you try to do that one, the barriers in front of you, one by one will move out. The doors will start getting open in front of you. That way we reach Oscars. After that, most of the movies from India went to the mainstream Oscars. I can say almost 100%. Because few movies went through US. Because for getting into the Oscars, you need to have US screening. So few movies got released in US. Through that agent, they went to Oscars. Otherwise, almost 50 movies we sent to Oscars from so far. Every year, this year also we sent 5. Yesterday I was addressing the Kannada film industry. Then I realized that the Kannada film industry as such is totally negligent about the Oscars and because the Oscar is a dream for everyone, but no one is aware about how to get into it. So, because the biggest ignorance is in Oscar there is a category called musical movie category. Actually, unofficially it is reserved for Indians. Only Indians can get an Oscar for that one. But for decades, no one has received it. Now they have put it on freezing mode. The reason is the movie should have 5 songs to stamp it as an musical movie. And there should be the 9 entries for that competition. Then only they will open it as a category. In India, we make hundreds of movies with 5 songs. Because Indian movie is something where the music is also getting launched. It is the best branding tool for Indian movies. Because of our ignorance, we failed. First year I tried to break it, 3 songs got into it. Because I was not 100% aware about the exact reasons for rejecting and other things. But when I sent 9 songs and only 3 got shortlisted, I identified what is the reason they are rejecting. We corrected it. Next year we sent the next one, 5 songs got into Oscars. But I cannot make 9 movies. It is the responsibility of the film industry to make it. Unfortunately, no one did it. After a couple of years, they freeze the category, but we can reopen it. That was the reason we went to Bangalore. Day first day I was in Bangalore. We addressed all these filmmakers. I said, okay, either you bring 9 movies or we collaborate with other industries. India got 10 major movie hubs like Bollywood, Tollywood, Nollywood, Dollywood. Like that, we can get at least one movie with 5 songs from each industry. That is more than enough, so that next year we can open it up and that we can bring that Oscars to India. Otherwise, we need to wait for Danny Boyle to make a movie. Few Indians can get into it and to get an Oscar. Why? We should have the boldness to put our own targets and set our own milestones. So why I said all these things is that if there is a will, there is a way. Unfortunately, in our academic sector, academic life, we are all forced to learn a particular syllabus. We are all following it. We have been trained as followers. See, in a creative world, you need to be independent actually. Every person sitting here is with different talent, passion. Your own syllabus you need to set. You need to work accordingly. You need to reach there. Don't compete with the person sitting next to you. Because he is born with another talent, another passion. But certain things you can all have a common. That is the character. See, everyone got character deficiency. More than 100 character deficiencies are there. When you correct these deficiencies, you are going to be one of the best person in the world. What industry requires today is people with minimum character deficiencies. Rest everything we will teach you because the real learning happens from the industry. You can do nothing the day you step out of the academics and enter the industry. There the real learning happens. Unfortunately, industry is not giving you any diploma degree continuously when you finish 2 years or 4 years or 5 years. That is the only difference. Otherwise, every day what you are doing in the industry, there is a purpose for that one. At least you are lucky that you are learning something which you can practice in the industry in the future. But in a normal college, it is not like that. After passing out only, you will come to know which industry can absorb you, which direction you are going. But for you also, now things are changing. Not only you, the entire world is going through a big crisis and big transformation. Crisis is the war crisis. Transformation is the AI transformation. AI is getting into all sectors. When I made my first movie, I had to spend 150,000 hours of manpower to finish that product. Today, the same movie I can make with 150 hours to make a better product using AI. Today, after my session, we will be showing a documentary got released 2 days back. We made it with 100% AI, which is going to the Oscars this year. After seeing it, you decide whether I can give you all the facilities, the current all production facilities. Can you create in a conventional method the same documentary? You need to ask yourself. Then you will realize how beautifully, how efficiently, how effectively you can make use of AI. Now, the second crisis is the current war going on. Two major wars are going on. We are getting its waves slightly only, but tomorrow it will come like a tsunami. In Russia-Ukraine war is going on, Middle East war is going on. It is going to affect the entire world. February 28, when the war started, we thought, okay, it will be getting over soon. Within a week, we came to know that our major revenue-making division productivity went down to 38%. Most of the areas are closed down. We cannot work. Projects stopped. Just imagine a company with more than 4,000 employees working in 30 countries, all of a sudden losing projects so heavily. How long we can survive? But something I practice myself in my life, because problems are there in every day. You can face problems, but it is your decision to take it as a problem, a permanent problem, or a correctable problem. If there is a problem, there is a solution. So on March 10th, we declared emergency, 100-day emergency. Because always I believe that a person or a system can be transformed drastically on an emergency way. If you want to transform, in 100 days you can do it. Otherwise, a total transformation requires maybe, in my point of view, it is 5 years to change your entire character. What is your character today? Getting transformed to a totally different character without much major character deficiencies. It will take 5 years. Why 5 years? Normally, to make something a habit, you need to practice it for almost 21 days. That is, scientifically, it says that if you do something continuously, like you want to be punctual everywhere, 9 o'clock means 8 hours, 59 minutes and 60 seconds. One day you can do it. But to get it into your blood, you need to keep on practicing it for 21 days. Once you finish this 21 days, then 22nd day you will automatically, because you are already tuned to that, your body clock is set accordingly. So that was a character deficiency. That's why I told you, you can have because when everyone coming on time, you all got a common character. Like that, every character deficiency, when you correct, you all become almost same. And when you correct one character deficiency, wherever you are working, that organization is getting benefited. When your character is a better character, your family is getting benefited. When you are a good parent, better parent, or with a better character, your children, they become happy. So you are spreading happiness also. So today, our industry require people with minimum character deficiencies. And unfortunately, it is not in our syllabus. So what is the solution? Solution is you need to set your own targets. So this is what exactly when the 100-day emergency when we declared, we said. Normally we work 5 days a week. We made it a 6-day week. We asked everyone to work 1 hour extra. That is only the first requirement. There is nothing impossible in this one, because when we started the company, it was there actually. We were working like that. Now, when an emergency came, we said, you had 24 hours. We asked only for 1 hour extra. But there was one condition. Using that 1 hour extra, you need to set 100 targets, something useful for you or the company. There should be a result which will add something on top of your career. That means each person is going to design a syllabus for himself or herself for the next 100 days. Day for yesterday, the celebration happened. We finished all our 100 targets. Most of the people finished their 100 targets actually. When we counted, the number of successful completions was 150,000. Because there was a competition for the best target, best achievement like that. So it became a game actually. So everyone was enjoying, even if it was initially there was resistance, but people started enjoying it. But end of the thing, there was one target in that one. The inefficient one should be deleted. I was supposed to delete few inefficient one. Then I realized that the inefficient one already left because they cannot get into this one, this space. And you know, the whoever left, most of them were the Gen Zs, the new gen, the people like you who just joined. Basically, what is the thing? Character deficiency. You are all getting into the industry with a different mindset. See, what is industry for? Industry is your final destination of your 20 years of academic journey. If you need happiness, you need money. If you need money, you need to have a job. To get a job, you need to have education. That is what the 20 years of academic journey happens. But even after spending 50,000 hours, when you enter into the industry, you don't know the industrial culture, industrial behavior, etiquettes, the integrity, so many things which you are supposed to learn, many soft skills and life skill what you are supposed to have. You never made yourself as a leader also, because in the industry, for every 10%, we need to have a leader. Leadership is something different. You cannot. Some are born with that talent, but something you need to develop it also, the leadership. In our company, what we do is the easiest way of identifying a leader with a person with the leadership quality from a campus. Wherever I go, whichever campus I go, is there anyone sitting here is a cricketing captain of this campus? Anyone sitting here? No. Wherever I go, this is the first question I ask. If there is a person lifting the arm, I will say you are selected for our company. Because unknowingly that person become a leader. Because you cannot become a cricketing captain all of a sudden. Cricket is the only game which is matching with almost 25 industrial requirements. Because it is a time-bounded game. If you delay the game, there is a fine. There is a target chasing. There is a logging system like in ISO system. So many rules, specific rules are there you need to follow. Strategy is there. Team building is there. Fitness is there. It's a gentleman's game. Like that, almost 25 qualities required for an industry. Unknowingly, he is developing it. Even if he knows nothing about our jobs, we are not worried, because we need only 6 months to transform a person with zero technical skill in our organization, because we have more than 200 divisions. We do hundreds and hundreds of type of jobs. Any job I can teach a person within 6 months. He is a perfect person, because normally what we do is 100 days rigorous training, 2 months a project, 6 months he is the best product. He is better than the first rank holder of any academics. But only thing is this character deficiency. This is a drastic transformation process. Certain people cannot transform the character. They need 5 years of time. That's why when we finished this 100 days of targets, few dropped out because they failed to do the character corrections when they were in the campus. See, this 100 targets, you don't think that it is a very Simple. For example, I will tell you, even as the CEO, I had 100 targets. Couple of targets I will tell you. Then you will realize what all achievements we made. As the group, when we started the journey, it was, I told you, 38% was the output. When we finished, our normal profit get doubled. We have now today job for almost 1 year. It is there in the pipeline. We don't need to worry. Even if the war get prolonged, we are not worried. Because every person working there, they started bringing jobs. Until then, normally a person going to the site, he will do the survey or he will come back. Because he is a technical person, it was not his target. But when we asked for an extra thing, they started working it. This, when you collect all the drops in a bucket gets filled, no? Same thing happened. Every person brought something, either an inquiry, either a confirmed job, either a client, something they brought. Every day they were doing something with that 1 hour. That means with 1 hour you can do wonders. When I put some extra effort on top of my normal CEO jobs, I need to look after all these companies. I got only 24 hours like you. Every month I need to go to different campuses like this. I need to address the people. I need to address my staff children. Their career design I am doing it. So many other, I need to be a responsible father, responsible husband, responsible brother. So many family responsibilities are also there. I need to be a responsible social being. So many social activities we need to get involved. We need to attend certain functions. So many marriages we need to go and attend. Everything is there. But I put something extra for my job when the emergency happened. In the 4 months, because total 4 months, 100 days means when you work out 25 days per month, it is 4 months. In 4 months, I finished 13 books. Can you imagine? Yesterday I shown on the stage the 13 books print out. How it happened? That is including my 800-page biography. Biography, you cannot give it to someone else, right? Only I know what happened in my life. That is the power of AI. Very simple. I place a camera in front of me. Whenever I get time, I started talking about my life. From my childhood, my profession, about my friends, the good things, bad things, my experience, everything. Because what is there in my brain, I need to transfer to the next generation. That is the best gift I can give to the world. In 20 hours, normally AI bookmaking says that if you want to write a 400-page biography, you need to talk for 10 hours. I talk for 20 hours. Once this 20 hours is finished, my job is finished. Now this is getting converted into the book by the AI experts. So I have a book, I have the reels, video format, audio format, everything is there. Now, today the book is with me, in my bag it is there. Now my job is now everything is over, I need to read it completely myself, slight changes I need to make, then I need to publish, that's all. Not only that, 10 technical books about our major divisions like ship design, marine surveys, event management, interior design, our major divisions are there. Today, all the engineering colleges, you go to your library, most of the books may be written decades back, but industry has changed. You need to refer something coming for the future actually. Unfortunately, most of the engineering college libraries still miss it. Even in my college where I studied, that library is still holding the books which we referred 35 years back. But we decided finish. Because we started the world's first industrial university. In the last 14 years, we have been developing the Oxford of the industry. That is AIMD University actually. Because till today, there was no university for the industry. Today what we have done is we have made the centralized university. We are converting the entire industrial organizations. Every company, whether small or big company, we are converting it as mini universities because every employee is a student in that university. They need to have annual mandatory trainings like what we give to our employees. and everything should be accounted. Their years of experience, the hours of special training. Because industry will not give you a training unless it is required for your job. Because we don't want, because it's a paid game. Here you are all students. You are paying to the institute, and you are spending your time and you are getting a certificate. But industry is not like that. There, industry is paying you and teaching you something. There you need to be very careful. The mindset of every student is like, I have a degree, I have a diploma, I have a master's. The moment I step out, it is the responsibility of the industry to give you a job, pay you big amount for what? First couple of years, the damages you are going to create in the industry is the biggest headache for that organization. The reputation loss, the rework you are creating because of your ignorance. But we are investing that much with a belief that tomorrow you will be a professional, a trained person, so that we can make something out of you after few years. But your objective is, from the very first day onwards, I need a big salary. See, selection of the job after your studies, that decides your level of happiness. Maybe corporate firms will do an interview and they will offer a big salary. Next day onwards, we will be doing something where you have no talent, passion. Maybe you will survive for a few years there, but after that, you will start seeing your juniors one by one start climbing the ladder. Because without the talent and passion, you cannot climb the ladder. You can just walk. You will be just a follower on the flat path. But career design should be like climbing the ladder, where you require the real talent and passion. That's why wherever I go, whichever campus I go, I tell the students, never compromise on that one. Even if your first job, the salary is the least in your batch, go for it if it is matching with your talent and passion. If it give you happiness, convert that happiness into money. Add on to your salary. Then only your creativity will add something on top of that. Especially for the creative people, creative persons like you. When you join there, the biggest problem now among the creative people, because I see all these people. I work in the television industry, film industry. In the film industry, we have all sectors. We have studios, we have theaters, distribution, exhibition, film festivals we do, film markets we do. I have covered everything because out of passion I have done it. I don't feel like I am doing a job. But in all these sectors, the creative people, the main problems we have faced is, most of them are not systematic. I haven't seen people wasting time for, I don't know, you look into the directors, 365 days, if they make one movie, it is a big thing in nowadays. That means they are busy with 6 months maybe. 6 months they are wasting. That is the best director. Some directors in 4 years, 5 years, they make one movie. Remaining time, what they are doing? Hunting for producers. What is this? We don't have a proper system. Wasting time for nothing. But if you are an efficient person, what is efficiency? We all say that I am efficient. Efficiency you can measure only if you have a scale. That's why we developed a tool called EFISM. Not it's a system. EFISM is a system, basically. Efficiency Improvement System Management. In that system, we can measure the efficiency of each person using 200 parameters. Basically, these parameters are based on your character deficiencies. 100 character deficiencies we consider to have these 200 parameters listed. We have 100 management system under that one. Each management system, when you fine-tune it, it is adding to the profit. It is adding to your career growth. But unfortunately, these things are not in the academic level because your university can teach you something which according to the government instruction. But the people who are sitting on top, who is designing this entire curriculum and other things, they haven't worked in the industry. Most of the teachers sometimes working in the industry, in the academics, they don't have industrial experience. What happens? It becomes a blind is leading another blind. That happens. But today, you are so lucky that you are living in a world where we missed out all these things. Today, your best teacher is not in any university. Your best teacher is in your mobile. Any AI platform you take, you can create a mentor there. You can see a mentor there. Because your character already analyzed by your mobile. You can ask your mobile, please design a curriculum for me according to my interest. According to your surfing history, it knows which is making you happy, which is you are regularly watching. It will give you a syllabus. Your first hurdle is over. Next is, you need to make yourself systematic to follow it. It is like the race between the hare and the tortoise. Why the hare with better speed, dynamics, lost in the race? Because of the laziness, overconfidence. He took a nap and lost the race. This is happening with every person. We all believe that we are smart, over smart, whatever it is, but we are like hare. We can run and achieve everything. No. There is a lazy man inside you. That lazy person will kill you. This is happening with most of the creative people. They are not systematic. See, just imagine if God has given you with an additional bone or additional thing, creativity is not given to everyone. So you are blessed with to have some that talent, but it is your responsibility to make yourself systematic. Some are born systematic persons like a tortoise, but something you can develop. That's why when you correct these character deficiencies, you become slowly systematic. It's a long run. But now you are at the end of your career journey. You are out of 50,000 hours, almost 45,000, more than 45,000 already got over. So what else you can do? That is the question. You have 24 hours. Make use of every hour. Instead of spending time, you start investing time. That is the only difference between you and me. I never waste my time. I invest my time. Today I am coming here, I am taking this class. First I said I am getting happiness. Not only the happiness, today I am getting a content. I am communicating with you for an hour. I am going back with 1 hour content. I can use this content to 1,000,000 people tomorrow. For me, even if tomorrow I am not alive, this content will remain there. Like this in your life, everything you measure. When you spend 1 hour, you just ask yourself, am I spending or am I investing? If it is investment, there will be an application in the future. A person who is just ask yourself, you are a creative person. Why did you learn sin theta and cos theta? Just imagine you had a tough time in the campus learning all these things. Because of the wrong system, you all wasted time for sin theta and cos theta. Even engineers don't think that all the engineers use sin theta and cos theta in their life. Only few are using it. Few in the production department, they don't think about it. Same way, a person who is becoming doctor, he also learned all these things. Lawyer, he also learned all this. For what? Anyway, past is past. Today onwards, you take a new step if you want to be successful. Because in future, there will be only two types of persons. Like caste system. Nowadays, people say that I belong to this religion, this caste, what religion here. The person who is saying, you just ask yourself, am I religious? Am I belong to caste? When a person coming to me and say about this one, I used to smile in my inside. What is this here? He hasn't even looked at himself, how he became a person with caste and religion. Someone injected and you became that one. You never thought about its logic. Anyway, it is nothing wrong with that one because at least all these religions got some procedure to live. Something is better than nothing. But we created something called, say, supplementary for all these religions. That is efficiency improvement system management. It got 100 management system. Each management system got 10 commandments. But every commandment is something take you to the next level. This is what in this campus. Now we are going to associate this classroom is actually for training you the fundamentals of efficiency to make you a better character, more efficient person. That's why since we had this system or we have this system, when the war broke out, we could take a corrective measures and we became the only company grown during the war period. We did the same thing when the COVID crisis came. Everyone else suffered, we did not suffer because we have a parallel system which will automatically take the company and the individuals to the new level. For us, it's a learning ground. We are adding more and more values into it. So, before concluding, I just want to get a word from you because I traveled all this way. I came here. When I go back, if I feel like I wasted my time by talk to few people who never understood or because you all belong to a new generation. I faced it because during the emergency we missed few people, agencies we missed because they all trained in a different system. They could not accommodate into our system all of a sudden. But you have time before leaving your campus. Now our team is here. We will have regular trainings, everything. What you can do is, like you declare a self-imposed emergency in your life. Your organization will not do it, but you can impose yourself 100-day emergency. Set 100 targets. Start investing minimum 1 hour. If you want to invest 2 or 3 hours extra, no problem. Because try to understand 24 hours when you divide into 3. 8 hours for your body, 8 hours for your mind, 8 hours for your karma. As a student, your karma is studies. 8 hours is more than sufficient. How many hours of class you got? 6 hours? 2 hours homework is more than sufficient assignments, right? That 8 hours is enough for your karma. 8 hours for your body, that is your sleep and your fitness activities. 8 hours enough. What about the remaining 8 hours? How effectively you are going to use it? Just imagine a student sitting here with 1 more year here. At least 300 days you will get, right? 365, okay. Few days, Sundays you leave it, no problem. If you spend 2 hours per day for this system, you are getting 600 hours. 600 hours is more than sufficient because to get into a mastership, sometimes you need only 500 hours. Actually. Certain high-level things like you want to become a karate black belt, 1000 hours is more than sufficient to become a black belt holder. To become a Boeing pilot, you need only 1500 hours. A music instrument you want to learn, it is 500 to 2000 hours. Different music instruments got different time. So like that, every hour you need to count and spend. But when you declare this 100 emergency tasks, you take it in a different way. Because you should enjoy it. You list the 100 things you missed out in your life. Or if you don't know how to design it, ask your ChatGPT or Gemini or give me a guideline I want to implement. I need to design a curriculum for myself. I need to transform myself. Give me 100 targets. It will give you. Tomorrow this journey start. The soft skill, life skill, whichever you missed out in your life, which is useful for the industry. Tomorrow when you are entering the industry, for example, many things parallelly you can start. Punctuality. Tomorrow onwards you decide that nowhere I will be late by a minute for any reason. It's a commitment. Then only you will give your product on time. You look into some creative people, especially the marriage wedding. The marriage photographers, wedding photographers. They will come and take the photos, videos like they create. They will deliver the product after 6 months or something. Yes or no? Sometimes I got my daughter's marriage corrected album after she gave birth to the child. That is the same time. Wherever I go, wherever my friend's wedding happening, I go there. It is my passion. I take a video because I want to keep it as my memory. I use my mobile, I take a few videos and I edit it and make it as a reel and release it within normally 6 hours. That is the time. The moment I come out of the event, I send it to my team. They do everything in 6 hours, I release it. Most of my friends, family are using that reel. Because that is the first thing they are getting to circulate. So tomorrow, this is the corrective action you need to take. You are going to become a videographer for a wedding. An example I am telling you. Okay, your creativity is there, you need time and other things. That you set a target for that one. You tell the client, I will deliver this on this day. Okay for you? Okay. But you need to deliver something extra. You should say that, but parallelly I will give you a short reel, because I know that after the wedding, a few days, that is the time you really want to see the photos, videos, everything. I will deliver something within 24 hours. Because you don't want to put your brand name or something, but for your initial reference, I will give you something. There is something extra. In the shops, when you buy a sari, sometimes you get a kerchief as free, right? So give something like this. So this is something you need to learn. This is what industry requires, a commitment, a time-bounded person. Your etiquettes, your dress codes. Many people coming to our industry, I always wonder, what kind of dress sense these people get? Because they are supposed to be the brand ambassadors of the company in future. Tomorrow, if they are going to a client with this dress sense, what image the organization is going to get? Even in your campus also, see, today we are taking a video of your campus. We are sending it. Just imagine every person sitting here without any uniform or something, with a different check shirts and other things, shabby look. What image it is going to create for the organization? This is the way every organization got certain code of conduct, everything. You need to get trained, because that is what is called ISO is saying. ISO is giving you a guideline how to behave in the industry. But unfortunately, none of the academic system following ISO system or training the people. Industry is running on ISO. Even without knowing the ISO, you are entering the industry and asking for a huge salary. What is it? If you are getting a salary, taking it as a a bonus. Because industry is going to teach you. You are just from here. Your first job is like you are just changing your university. From a theoretical university, you are getting into a practical university. So like that. With this mindset, you need to develop. So you don't need to stand up and say, I will do it. But in your mind, you take a decision today. Then only the very purpose of this visit will be fulfilled. Tomorrow onwards, go for a 100 days self-imposed emergency on you. You set your own targets. All the people sitting here will have different targets. But end of the 100th day, it should be a celebration. You all should come back and say, I have finished all my 100 targets. That is the self-confidence you are going to get when you get into the industry. Believe me, if anyone coming back with such a report, I have done these things in 100 days according to my instruction, I will make sure you are land up in a right industry or in our company. Because normally nowadays, we are not looking into your marks. First of all, try to understand. We take hundreds of youngsters these days. I have never ever looked into the mark sheet. We need only 10 minutes interaction when we we know the potential of the person. Then there are 25 filters in our system. We go for your handwriting verification. It will show you whether you are a criminal or not. We have a video resume system. It will show your communication skill, everything is there. Your entire social media will be verified by another group of experts. From your posting itself, AI will analyze and tell you what kind of person you are. These are the things we are looking into it. But we will take certain people. If a person is sending a project report saying that, sir, I am from so-and-so university or college. I saw your organization, your activities, this particular department, I am really interested. I have done a deep research on this one. I see at least 50 hours or 100 hours of input in that project report done by that person. Because without talent or passion, you cannot spend 100 hours. Within 2 hours, you will get bored and you will stop. When I get a report, instead of your CV, and the request is, I want to do an internship. First thing, I will make sure that this report is done by the same person or not. For that, we need only 10 minutes of interaction with you. We will make sure that this report is made by himself. Then 100% we will give a chance for internship. The moment internship starts, we are investing 500 hours on you. Once we invest 500 hours, we don't lose our investment. We will take you for sure. Otherwise, you will perish, like what happened with our emergency period. The youngsters came and they all vanished. So, this is industry. Whatever I said today, it is not in your syllabus. I am 100% sure. But to be successful in your life, you need to have a career which will bring you happiness. To bring you happiness, your organization should be happy with your service. Then only there will be consistency. For that, you need some extra stuff with you. Your current mark sheets will not help it. Hope you understood something from my talk today. I want to make it more interactive. We'll talk for a few minutes. Then Mr. Bichu, my assistant, is here. He's the creative director for our next Oscar venture. This is a documentary made in AI. He will explain it. So I'm concluding my words. If you want to ask any question, you can ask.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Abarna. Yes.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
So, what were your first step to build your 100 days target?
I told you, you need to set your targets first.
What were your targets?
One target I told you, 13 books I published in 100 targets. I had, it's a long list. Another thing I launched, I'll tell you, it's a very creative. For the first time in the world, we launched corporate democracy. Because just like a normal democratic setup, we have a ministry of 10 people. Even opposition members are deputy ministers actually. Everyone is, once 10 people are there, 10 opposition is there, then we had an election, entire people, they had a campaign, then election got over, everything in 24 hours without wasting a single penny. 96.1% polling. Everyone, whoever available, 100% polling, because remaining people, they were in offshore, they did not have a net connection actually. Otherwise, 100% polling we happen. We are going to show the world that democracy can be efficiently implemented, and that is required for the industry. Because there are so many people with extra energy, they want to do something extra on top of their normal jobs actually. We are selecting such people. We are giving them a chance so that, because after the 8 hours for the work, 8 hours for your body, remaining 8 hours there, that is mainly for the happiness. Certain people, they want to do some social service, some extra jobs, some extra recognition. That time actually we are making use of for the company actually. Now the current system is you can work only with your division. But once you are in the corporate democracy, you can work for the entire our 30 countries, all the 90 companies staff, they can interact with everyone. So that was one of my target, to implement this system. Then cost reduction by 10 million I had to cut down. One of the targets is I had to personally host 100 billionaires, not millionaires. I completed that one. So like that, my targets are like this. But within 100 days, I finished all these things. But even our office boy also did 100 targets. That's why altogether, we finished 150,000 targets, completed targets. So just imagine if tomorrow you start working for these 100 targets. If you achieve 70%, that is more than sufficient. If you don't do it, you will not even do 10 things. It is like push-up. When you start the push-up first day, 1 push-up. Then continuously when you add 100th day, you can do 100 push-ups easily. So it is your choice. Your efficiency, you can increase 1% in a day, in a week, or in a month, or in a year. Normally everywhere, when we say that, okay, it's a flourishing company with a growth of 10%. What does it mean? Or 12% growth? Because your profit is directly proportional to your efficiency. Your efficiency, when you increase by 1%, you have a 10% growth. But you can make it as a daily policy also, so that in 100 days, you have 100% efficiency improvement. That means, what is your productivity today? You can make it double. What's the point? Because for improving the efficiency, you don't need to spend extra.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Neha. You stated that Gen Z kids, that we have a character deficiency.
Yeah.
Would you say that all of the Gen Z kids have a character deficiency, and if so, like what are they?
Not all. The percentage is more actually. See, you should understand yourself. Think that we live in a different world. We have more freedom, but naturally, because you are all like people born or surveyed with a better living standards. You are exposed to so many new things. But first of all, you try to understand. Wherever discipline is there, there is no, you cannot say that I am a Gen Z, X or Y or Z. There is no difference. If you are trying to join Indian defense, can you go and do the same thing what you are going to do in an industry? No. You need to wake up in the morning, 5 o'clock, you need to wake up and start your everything. That is discipline. Basically, Efficient's basic principle is you are going to create a discipline on yourself. We have the record for that one. We had more casualties among the Gen Zs because they believe that they can, because their attitude is very simple. I can jump from one point to another point. First of all, try to understand. See, people, why you are jumping from one point to another? Because you expect more salary. You don't think about the happiness level there. See, no company is going to give you double salary. When they pay you double salary, they expect 3 times more from you. Because it's all about money. If you cannot provide them 3 times, they will not keep you for long. They will start putting you pressure. Your happiness is gone. Another thing is, in FSM, we have a finance management system. A person is not learned to manage his personal expenses. If your salary is the $1,000 and if you don't know how to live happily for $900 with a 10% saving minimum, even if his salary is doubled, what is the use? Your salary is $2,000 and your expense is $3,000. What is the use? So you need to have a finance management in your life. That you need to start practicing from your childhood, even in your school days. For all our staff children, we have training for all these things. How many of you earn and learn? That means without taking money from the parents. How many students sitting here learning? Yeah, good. At least one person is there. See, 35 years back, not 35 years, 1985 I joined engineering college. I was working every day. I had a bank loan. I had a shop in the campus. Weekends I was working with my sister. My sister had a clinic. I used to go there and work. I was earning myself. I never troubled my parents for money. That gave me the real confidence to start something later. Like this, you can start practicing so many things. These 8 hours, extra 8 hours on top of your academics, that's how effectively you are going to invest. Right now, you people are wasting that or spending that. 2 words, wasting, spending. But now remove these 2 words, wasting and spending, into investing. I'm not saying that all your 8 hours you should invest. At least 1 hour or 2 hours you invest. That will make a big difference. Since you are at the last phase of your journey, we have a first campus, University campus in my village actually. There we can train 5,000 students. There we have a better classroom than this one with so many extra features. We can train from the age of 3 years to 23 years. Complete career design. 5,000 students we can train. There only 10 hours of class every month. Remaining they are doing at home. On an average, they need to spend 500 hours per year. What is they are doing as a homework? One example I will tell you. Every student need to learn how to cook 25 dishes. Learn from the mother, because mother's food is the best for every person. My mother's food may not be your best food, but for me, my mother's food is the best. That I can learn only from my mother. That you need to go and ask your mother, and mother has to teach and mother has to certify it. This is the way we are training the students. Because it is an investment. The time you are spending to learn these 25 dishes, it is not at all a waste, because lifelong there is an application. Like this, a career design, this 100 targets you can set yourself. That's why if you are blocked how to write these 100 targets, just ask ChatGPT. Immediately it will give. You can fine tune it. When you get 100 from the ChatGPT, maybe 10 you can change. Okay, I have some other interest, I will put this one. But end of the 100 days, make sure it is done. Take it as a 4 months project. Weekly, 1 day off also you give. No, don't do anything. Relax. See, first of all, I did not learn in any long-term campus. I only took a diploma. It's a short-term diploma actually, because there was a short-term course for people with 5 years experience. So with my other experiences in music albums and other things, in Hollywood Film Institute, I got an admission at a short time. I had to do a project after the diploma. So in 6 months, I had to complete it. So I started the world's first maritime TV channel. a television channel exclusive for the maritime industry, 24 hours. I am from the maritime sector, so on my official hours I can spend for my passion. So thousands of hours we created using that channel. So I learned the basics of content creation from that one. Then, because my goal was to create a movie, I don't want to make n number of movies, but one movie when I create, it should have a purpose. Because that movie is banned in Tamil Nadu, actually, you can see every 6 months Tamil Nadu is banning it. When the movie got released, you can Google it. It was the most controversial movie ever made in India. Indian Parliament was stopped for 2 days. Those days, Chief Minister Mrs. Jayalalitha went and stopped Parliament. Then Pranab Mukherjee, the next president, became the mission for to allow it or not. So he said, okay, even Supreme Court said they cannot ban it. So, but state-wise they banned it for 6 months. That 6-month ban, they keep on continuing for till today. That's why that movie is not a TV channel has taken the rights. It is almost massacred, but the movie went to 130 film festivals, Oscars. Chinese Oscar, the first movie went to the Chinese Oscar, that is the Golden Rooster. Till today, every month at least one screening is happening at very different countries. I go there personally, I meet people. So that journey will keep on continuing. But after that, we produce around 8 movies. Now we switched over completely into AI. We have a big studio in Trivandrum, that is Trivandrum and Cochin, that is Vismaya. It was started by great actor Mohanlal. That studio we took over. Last year, the top 7 movies of Malayalam film industry's post-production was done there. But our Trivandrum studio now we are transforming completely into AI. Because AI is the future. Even we signed a deal with TikTok to make the content, the first contract for an Indian company from TikTok. We are creating now hundreds of short movies for TikTok. Like that, we need to make thousands and thousands of hours of content for many companies, training contents. In our company, there is no HR trainer. Everything is AI-based contents actually. So, as a visual media students, it is mandatory. You need to get into the AI. You have the creativity. If you have the AI knowledge also, sky is the limit. But if you don't know the AI, you are going to be failed in your career. 100% sure. This is with my experience I am saying. Thank you.